Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here. We're going to show you how grass whips, hockey sticks, hammers, and a multitude of other tools are going to help you simplify the game beyond belief so that you can evolve into the golfer you're supposed to be. Enjoy. Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here at the beautiful Royal Quebec Golf Club in Quebec City. And today we're going to talk to you about how to not panic when you hit that little hosler on the golf course, that little shank. So many of you are going to get very, very ball focused when you shank the ball, and that's what exacerbates the problem. So what you want to do is first and foremost, figure out, and this is the first thing I ask my students after they hit a shot that was less than desirable, is what was your original focus? What were you trying to do? And many of them say, well, I don't know. In which case I say, good shot. So if, let's say I'm moving a shot toward that target over here, I've put an alignment rod on the ground, I've got a flag stick in the distance here, it's a black and white stripe, and I want my shot to go in that direction. I'm going to show you the difference in distance between you and the ball and how it really changes depending on how you're focused. So if I set up, if I'm doing a little practice swing, and that's why many of you say, yeah, if I could just use my practice swing, it'd be a lot better. So I make my practice swing in that direction. And when you're really swinging well, you're going to experience the energy of your swing moving through and out toward the target, not at the ball. So if we look at where the full extension occurs, so if I'm swinging here through this ball, you'll notice that coming through impact, my right arm still hasn't gotten to its full extension. I'm collecting the ball here, and I'm releasing the ball over there. So you notice full extension's over here. So I let my swing release itself. You notice where that's passing? Now I put my club down, I go to the ball. Now I'm thinking, I gotta make sure I hit that ball solid because I just shanked the ball and I don't wanna do that again. So now you're focused on making sure. So watch what happens when I extend at the ball. Uh-oh, see that? Look at how much farther toward the ball I went. So I got three options to get back to the ball. I can pull it to the left, I can pull up, or I can shank it. Hitting it fat is another option too. So if I swing now through the ball, here's what happens. Back swing, I got the target in mind and I'm moving toward the target. My task is to collect the ball from here. Look at the difference in distance now. I almost barely have enough rope because I'm going to collect here and release there. So notice how I have to stay down and through to collect and release the ball. So it's amazing how many perceived swing faults that you may have when you're swinging through to the target. And it's amazing too, you go play and you're feeling great and you're hitting the ball well, all of a sudden you're not worried about anything, you're just focused on how good is this round gonna be, and you keep going towards your targets with confidence. And the instant you shank one, well, what were you thinking about when you were shanking? Well, somebody distracted you. Or you got distracted by the squirrels rustling in the bushes. Or the guy jingling his change in the pocket. Or, you know, giving a little word saying, hey, when do you breathe, in or out when you're taking your backswing? All of these things distract you, so then you're saying, okay, what's going on? Oh, I forgot. Oh, shoot, hit the ball. And there's the shank. So then you go, oh, I got to make sure I don't do that again. Well, no, you were out of focus. You got distracted. What do you want to do now? Well, I want to send my ball over there. I need a nice intermediate point to send the ball over there. What's it feel like when I'm swinging through and over there? And then I'm just delivering my swing. Whew, did you hear that? Boy, that sound good, huh? There. So my mind never left the target. So if Elvis leaves the building, good shot. Now, a little insurance policy here, okay? Because those of you who are afflicted by shanks in the past, and it happens once on the course and then you really go bananas, a really easy task. Let me get my grass whip here. So in order for you to have a task that gives you the sense that you're moving through the ball and towards your target, so if the ball is your target, you're going at the ball. My favorite analogy is skipping a stone on the pond. So if I have a stone, I want to skip a stone on the pond. And when I ask my students, you know, well, when did you release the stone? And they go, I don't know. Wait a second. Oh yeah, I released it out here. Notice how your body's facing over there when you're releasing the stone over there. And I asked them, well, when did you shift your weight? I don't know, about when I released. That's usually the answer I get. Your weight shifted way before that. It shifted here. Your brain's got to prepare to get you out of the way to get to the pond. If that's your target and you do this, well, why would I have to shift my weight and clear my body when that's my target? So when you're going at the ball, it all changes. But when you go through the ball to your target, then you really get all the good stuff. So, a task for that, good old grass whip. Here it's called, in the US it's called a sling blade. We call them grass whips here in Canada. So you go to Home Hardware and you'll see grass whip. It's like $15.95, which is about 10 pounds. So all I'm going to do is cut through something with this. So if I'm cutting through a tee, I put a tee down. My mind is seeing the act of cutting through the tee. I'm obviously not going to stop at the tee, and the tee can't stop me. So in order to get through the tee, the brain's going to go shift the weight, clear the body, whoosh, through the tee, and all of a sudden I got this beautiful follow through and the chicken wing is gone. I got nice release. Everything's going well. So I can cut the stem any which way I want. I can use the outer half. So imagine I had a nice little sharp penknife and I had something hanging from the ceiling from a little kite string, and that something is nice and heavy, and I want to just nick the kite string with the tip of my blade and let it drop to the ground. So if I did the same thing here, I got my tee, I'm going to use the tip of my blade to cut through the tee in that direction. Here we go. Notice how I zipped through it, the ball just dropped to the ground. Well, remember, this is first and foremost a grass cutting device. Ask Steve Stricker. When he changed for his new set of Titleists a while back from an old set that he played with for years, he says, I like these better because they have better turf interaction. They cut grass better. So if you can't cut grass with your club, then you can't play golf. So I put the ball on a tee, I get set up, I make a nice practice swing, and what I'll do is when I get my distance to ball, I'll come in and I will focus on cutting through the tee with the tip of my blade. So you can play with a toe shot. You can't play with a hosler. You can't play with a shank. The shank goes sideways. If you have that affliction and you know who you are when it happens, you just want to go home. And typically that's what you do because you just can't get around the golf course. So here's a very nice tip for you. We're just going to cut through the tee. So I get my customers to set up here. My eyes are on the little sliver of grass between the leading edge of the club and the ball. And my mind is on cutting through the tee with the outer half of my blade. So now I'm going to cut through, right in the direction of my target, and here. So notice that little blade of grass right there? That was right off the toe, just like I wanted. I can play golf with that. However, most of you trying to do this will flush it right in the center of the club face. Keep doing that until you hit it off the toe. We'll be all set after that. So I hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you in the next one.